yeah, I hope these settings for my micro and for the music works for both of us. Let me change the track because sometimes I feel that it's too aggressive for me. Um, Hey, what's up, guys? How are you? I'm so excited to see you here actually. I hope you know about it, and thanks for coming, thanks for joining this stream. I know that some of you watching it in the morning very early. I appreciate it so much, and maybe some of you join during the lunch. So yeah, I hope it will be useful in any case. What we have for today, what we want to do, and I'm going to do actually. Just let me check the music and everything. Just give me a second. Yep, everything works. Everything works, yeah. I'm just, trying to take a look at our chat, so I just need to change the music again one more time. Too loud, in my ears. Yep, I hope it works. Anyway, so what I'm going to do today, as I promised, I will not animate but set the rig using Duik for the character that we, have drawn before last stream last week. Actually, you can find this stream on my channel and watch it and enjoy the drawing process where I shared my tips about proportions, about tools, how I draw hands, how I draw different not moves but maybe ages for the character, so I hope it will be useful. Let me switch to the new scene. Actually, I hope you enjoy my new transition because it looks very, very cool. For me, it looks very nice. So here's the character. And let's set everything. Let's set layers for the animation. And before I start, I remind you about like, comments if you watch it as a recorded video, because again, it's super important for me as a creator, as a blogger, or how to say it. I hope you understand. Okay, let's do it. I have the background here as I remember. Oh no, I even have only one layer, so let's separate it. Let's make it on the new layer. Let's call it background and block it. Yep, cool. And I don't need this character at all, just because for Rick we definitely need just normal pose without any any bended hands or legs or anything. So it's very important to rig your character with the static, with the normal pose, without any expressions, any extra angles. So yeah, make sure that you have this pose actually. Yep, very nice. And let's separate it. So I just use Ctrl C and Ctrl F to just cut and paste my details, so nothing complex. Let's select the head, Ctrl X, even not Ctrl C, but Ctrl X just to cut it, and Ctrl F to put it exactly on that place where you have it actually. So let's call it the head. Yep. It's our neck. Let's cut it as well and call it. Let's cut the arm as well. I will cut it then, by the parts, but for now just left arm. I know that some animators use numbers for the body parts, for example they don't call left arms or right arms, they use numbers, so 1, 2, and so on if you have more arms. It's very cool if you have the rotation, if you have very complex animation for your character, and yeah, in this case it makes sense. But for me, for this very basic rig, I'm not going to rotate it at all, so for me left and right is enough. Let's call it body. Oh, body, come on. And it's our pelvis, yes. Let's cut it. Yep. And okay, let's cut one by one the legs. It will be left thigh. I hope I, wrote it correctly. Let me know in comments if I make a mistake. And it will be left calf. Yep. And it will be our foot. Left foot. Yep. Let's check. Oh, it could be great to take this circle to the foot layer, just because we need to set the anchor point exactly in the center of this circle, exactly in the center of the joint, yeah, that's all. I talk about it a lot during last stream, so today in a couple of words. That's why we haven't joined the circles, just to set, correctly anchor points for the rotation of our joints, And it will be right thigh, yep. Right calf. I'm checking from time to time the chat, so yeah, please ignore my my head position. Okay, and right foot, yep. And again, don't forget about this circle. Yeah, I hope it works. Let's change. Let me check actually, because I have some doubts actually for this one. Yeah, you see? Let's change it a bit, make it higher. Oh, or not. I see. Guys, we have here very strange foot, very strange, shoes actually. It's a bit higher than ankle, than our joint of ankle actually placed. So that's why I have to be careful in this place and copy, actually even cut this rectangle and place it on the calf layer. Yes. Yep. And in this case, if we check how it rotates, everything should be fine. Everything should be fine. No, actually, I have a lot of details here. Let's check. It's always easier to to change it, to link everything here in Illustrator than in After Effects. So that's why it's very important to do it on this stage. Let's see what we have. What's the lines? You see, we have some extra elements, so we don't need them. We can delete. Yep. Okay, better. And I see your question. Let me check what's going on on the character's foot, and then I will answer. Let's check again. So I deleted unnecessary layers, unnecessary objects. Let's set the rotation, and it seems that I have to change the position a bit. Yep. Yeah, so try to make it as perfect as you can. It's my, let's and now check it. So yeah, you see, so now it looks perfect, it looks nice. Let's delete the guidelines, so the foot works perfectly. Don't worry about this circle, we can, just hide it when we set on group points, but for now make sure that everything works fine, exactly, as you want. Okay, let's check another leg, sorry, and see what we have. Again, don't forget about this rectangle because it's a part of the cup actually. It should be here. And let's check how it works on this leg. Set the... Yeah, here it works very nice. No issues and it's perfect. Seriously, we don't have... No, we have, luckily we have circles on the knees. Let's group the pelvis. Yep. And group all details on the body. And then we have to set everything for the arms. But before that, I'm going to check the chat and the question. Glad I'm catching your stream live today. Hey, yeah, hi, I'm so excited that you're here. So yeah, me too, actually. What we have? Let's ungroup. We have ungroup. We already ungroup it, yeah? Okay, nice. Let's cut this part. Actually, not this, but this one. And call it right forearm, yeah? Okay. Oops. Sorry, guys. Double sound. Yep. Right forearm. And cut this hand. Whoa, we have a lot of circles here. And place on another layer. It should be right palm. And this one should be on the forearm, I believe. Forearm. Cool. Okay, we did it for the hand and for the right hand, and let's do the same for this one. For the left. Left forearm. Yep. Left palm. Always forget this naming from time to time. Okay. Change color. Yay. Okay, nice. And the last stage about the head. So for the head we have to place all the details on separate layers. Only if you want to to animate it as well. And if you want to create a fake rotation, if you want to create I don't know, completely full rotation, I mean, for the, how to say it, I hope you understand. So yeah, but if you don't expect something similar, you can just place, for example, eyes and mouse on the separate layers and then animate it, and it will be enough. So I'm going to do it actually, and let's place it here. So I can animate the eyes. Yep. No, actually eyebrows as well. Okay, let's separate everything. And the nose. Yep. Ears. I like to separate even ears, so it should be a left ear and the right. Yeah. So the main hair, let's call it, and it could be top hair. Yep, looks nice. Let's change layer order. It could be better, I guess. So the neck should be behind the body. Yep. Let's check what line we have here. I see that we have some tiny issues here. Let's do it. Let's cover it. Okay, let me take a look one more time on our layers. Okay, let it be. Yeah, I think it's enough. So when you prepared all layers, it's time to prepare it for the export. We have two options. You can use standard import in After Effects, or you can use the script. It's Overlord, but it's paid script. So I think it will be more fair to share with you how to do it, just, you know, without paid script, without any special tools, how to do it just, you know, using After Effects, and that's all. But before that, I still think that it could be nice to group it, maybe. Or maybe not. Okay, let's save it and see what we have in After Effects. Let me know, let me open it. Yeah, 14 people watching it. I'm so excited. Wow, guys. Just don't forget about likes, because again, it means a lot for the stream. It makes me more popular on YouTube. Okay, let me change my window. Window should show you. Oops, not this. This window. Yep. And I don't need layers anymore. Okay, I hope you see the After Effects right now. Please let me know in chat that you see it, I hope. And meanwhile you letting me know, I create a new composition, but actually no. Let's save everything and import in After Effects. Where I have it, here. Okay, let me show you the window. OBS today is very, very strange. So now you should see the import window. What we need here, select the file and choose the option composition retain layer sizes, and make sure that you don't have any checkbox here because you don't need any Illustrator sequence or something else, so it's enough, and press import. Okay, we have the new composition here, and let's check the settings. I usually work with this size of the composition and with square pixels, and of course with frame rate using 30, yeah? And make sure that you set the duration. For the real project, I definitely recommend you to set the not super long duration for the composition with characters, but if you have, for example, 1 minute video, you have to do it. I would say that 2 minutes will be enough, because you can use the same composition with character in multiple scenes, so it makes sense. It makes sense to create it a bit longer, just in case if you need more space, more pauses, or something else, or your clients decide to add some edits, who knows. So yeah, that's why I recommend you to make the duration a bit longer, but for our test I believe that 30 seconds will be enough. Let me check the chat. Oh, hi. After Effects on the screen. Awesome. From Brazil. Cool, guys. It's so cool that you're here and that you find the time to watch my stream today. Okay, so what we have? We have the character with the background. Let's block the background. And now we have Illustrator layers. I don't need it at all, to be honest. I prefer working with shapes because, again, as you can see with Illustrator layers, we don't have any circles that we prepared before in Illustrator, so it doesn't work for me. Yeah, let's start from the arms, legs, and then finish everything with the head rig. I'm not going to create very complex head rig, but some, basic things I will show. Okay, let's select the arms here, and I always recommend you to use color codes. Just change the colors here for your layers. It just makes your workflow easier because you can identify, oh, I remember left forearm has green color, so you can see it and even don't have to read. Press the button, mouse button, right button actually, and of course choose create and create shapes from layers. I hope you can see it actually, because if not, it could be very, very depressive. Create shapes from vector layers. Okay, cool. So we have the layers here, shapes layers, and everything looks fine. Sometimes After Effects doesn't work correctly, and sometimes it creates empty groups, and in this case you can see the frames around your shapes, and unfortunately I still have no idea how it works and why After Effects has this issue, at least on the very past versions. But yeah, sometimes it happens, and in this case I definitely recommend to clean up all layers, yes, by hands, but still. You will spend a couple of minutes, but you will say thanks to yourself in the future, because it's always easier to work with normal size of the layers. Okay, we have it. And now, oops, select layer one by one. Damn it. Hey! What's going on? Okay, and change the. Sorry, guys. Today I'm super slow. Pen behind this tool. I hope you can see it. Anchor point changer, and press and control. You can set the anchor point exactly at this position that you need. I mean, in the center of the circle, and do it with other parts. Sometimes again it's also not super easy. Let me hide it, and yeah, you will see these frames around the circle. It means that you find the correct position, and the same for the palm. Let's change the layer order a bit and see how everything works. So, as I promised, we don't have any issues on the joints. So we don't have any, extra vertices here. It rotates perfectly, so it's super cool technique and super easy, as you can see. And now we have to link palm to the forearm, one by one, yeah, forearm to the arm. Select everything. And I'm going to use for the rig Duik basil. I hope it wasn't unexpected for you. And here we can find the auto rig and IK. So I'm going to use IK construction for the legs and for the arms as well, because for me it's again easier to have one controller which controls everything, rotation and the position of your hands, and you don't need to move and rotate one by one all these layers. It's just easier to have the IK controller. Press it and ta-da, we have it. We have the perfect hand with the IK controller. So as you can see, I have only one shape layer, which I change the position, place it somewhere where I need. I also can rotate it, and you will see that my hand reacts on all these changes. I hope it wasn't super, it was easy. I think so. I don't love this layer, so I'm going to hide it here in the window of the effects display. We don't need any guides. And also I usually rename it. I rename it IK left hand. Okay, cool. Let's do the same for another hand. Where's my hand? Hand. Create shapes from vector layer, change the color, and set the anchor points. Yep. And this one, yeah, let's. Yep, perfect. Change the layer order just because I love this, how it looks in this case. And link again one by one, palm to forearm and forearm to arm. Okay, cool. Select all three layers and press Auto Rig and IK. Let's see. Yay, looks great. Let's rename it. IK left, oh sorry, IK right hand. We can change the color here as well and change the icon color. Yep, looks nice. Let me check the chat. Hey, I hope you're doing great. Yeah, guys, I'm actually fine. Yeah, I just took my computer to this new apartment, so I feel it's awesome. Okay, could you please do workflow video on explainer animations from script to ideation to illustration and animation? Would highly appreciate it. Yes, actually, very cool question to be honest. And I got similar questions, similar messages in my Instagram. By the way, follow me on Instagram, link in the description. And you know, guys, I feel that explainer videos and how to produce it, it's extremely huge topic, and it's absolutely not enough for me to create, you know, just even 1 hour video, and that's all. So I would say that it could be very cool idea for some special paid course where I would tell you about my workflow, what technique I use, and you know, so on. But unfortunately, for now, I just don't feel that I can do it. I just don't feel, you know, lots of motivation, time, inspiration, and I don't know, power or energy, to be honest. And yeah, here's my answer, unfortunately, for now. But who knows? I still hope to create a tiny special course about transitions in between scenes for explainer videos. So it should be very cool. I believe it should be very cool. But again, I just need more time, inspiration, more energy, and you know, so on. So for now, it's just on hold, hold position. I mean. So yeah, but all tips, all things that I share in my blog, in my Instagram, in my on my YouTube, all these tips and even these that I show right now, I use in my explainer videos. So I believe that you watch it carefully, that you apply in your workflow. It should help you to create your personal or commercial, who knows, explainer videos. So yeah, I hope I answered on the question. I hope I answered on these comments. Thank you. Paid course would be great too, and don't feel pressured to do it. Pressured, yeah. No, I don't feel pressured actually. I love that you are active, that you have ideas and you share it with me, and it's awesome. So maybe I just need more time, you know, to think about it, how to do it, and blah blah blah. And actually, for my explainer videos, I don't create any script because I believe that, you know, everyone should create exactly that work where he or she is a professional. So I'm not a professional script writer, even not native English speaker, as you can see, as you can notice. So I believe that I won't do it, you know, super cool. So that's why I don't do it. But the basic, you know, structure of the explainer videos after 6 years of experience, yeah, I noticed. So maybe it could be cool to share them and share my experience in this topic as well. So yeah. Anyway, don't worry about pressure. I don't feel it. Everything is fine. I'm just checking. Yeah, cool. Okay, guys, so what we have? We have two arms and it's awesome. Let's select all unnecessary layers and I usually don't delete them because who knows, maybe I need to create again, duplicate it or change it, who knows. I don't love to import one more layers in the composition, so I usually hide them. And here we have this very nice icon, hides all layers for which the shy switch is set. I don't know, for me it's kind of emoji or face with very long nose. Who knows? So let's press it, and of course you have to press the same icon near that layers that you want to be hidden or hidden, how to pronounce it. Let's click and we don't see them anymore. If you want to go them back, just press on this icon one more time and you will see all your hidden layers. Very cool button. Okay, what we have about the legs? Let's select our legs. Also, as you can see, I use solo mode very often because for me it's again easier to select, just to work with these 3 layers or 5 layers, doesn't matter. So I will use it very, very often. Let's create shapes again. Hide it. We don't need AI layers anymore, and set set the anchor points. No, just can't. I hope I did it correctly because I don't see any frames. Okay, let's find it. Yeah, okay, it's fine. And let's do the same for the food. Oh, guys, you see, we have some issues here just because I used mask for my what? For my leg, for my foot here to hide these lines. I'm just too lazy to fix it. Super, super in a super cool way, so I decided to do it just shorter, and that's all. And of course set the anchor point. Yep, yep. And now I believe that we can turn off the circle. Turn off. And let's see how it works. Okay, let's see. Rotate the foot. You see, we don't have we don't have the leg behind the foot. It's awful. What I can do? I can find the circle actually. Where's my circle? Here. And try to copy and paste to the cuff layer. But of course it will be somewhere, but not on the position that I need. Okay, let's. It could be better if I did it, in Illustrator, seriously. But okay. Sometimes shit happens. Okay, now let's turn off for the foot and check it one more time. Okay, much better. But if we did it in Illustrator, I trust you, I promise you, this rotation, this joint will be better. We can try to match it even more perfectly, but it's okay, I guess. Okay, link one by one. So we have to link foot to the cuff and cuff to the thigh. Awesome. Select everything and press OK. I don't need any guides. And let's check. Ta-da! And here, Duik also sets automatically stretching, stretching feature. So we can turn off it actually. I don't love it for this character. So here we have option stretch and auto stretch. Just make sure that you turn off this checkbox. And right now we have the same lens for the for the leg. Okay, cool. Let's rename it. It will be IK, right? Leg. Pretty nice. Let's save our progress. Where is my folder with everything? Character, yep. Love Ilona. I love the way you teach. Thank you so much. Even with my perfect English, it's I appreciate it seriously. Hey Rob, hey, happy to hear here. Happy to see you here. Awesome that you joined. Okay, we have almost done the legs. Let's do the same algorithm for the second leg. Solo mode, create shapes, hide unnecessary layers, and set, of course, anchor points. Yep. Cool. Mm-mm. Okay. And I'm afraid we have the same issue here. So I'm just copying this circle and paste it to the calf layer. Yeah, very sad mistake, seriously. But yeah. And turn off on the foot layer. Okay, cool. Let's see how it works. I always check, as you can see. Perfect. Yeah, I think it's even perfect. Perfect match. I always recommend to check everything, to check how it works after every stage, every step, because sometimes it protects you from the, future mistakes. Because if you move forward and then you will see that nothing works, it's very difficult, especially if you're beginner. It's very difficult to find that place where you made a mistake. So it's always easier to control yourself one by one, step by step, I mean. So always check how it works. Even I check it all the time, as you can see. Okay, link foot to the calf, calf to the thigh. Yep. Change the color. Orange, let it be. Here, and auto IK. Also, I hope you noticed that I didn't. Oh, wow, what's going on here? Guys, I selected wrong wrong layers. Don't be like me. Here. Be careful. That's why I use color code. Let's use yellow. Yep. Link it one more time. Foot to the calf and calf to the thigh. Yep. Select everything and press Auto and IK. Yeah, this time everything works fine. What I wanted to say. Oh, I hope you noticed that I didn't link anything, I mean, to the body. Yeah, so I didn't link arms, I didn't link thighs. And I have the reason actually. Because sometimes I notice that Duik has issues with already linked parts, and sometimes IK controller doesn't work correctly. Exactly because of these linked parts. So that's why I work with legs, with arms separately, and then in the end I link everything to the body, to the pelvis, and to the main controllers. So yeah, always pay attention on these very tricky moments. Change the name, IK, left, leg, yep, and color red. Okay, let's see what we have. We're almost done for the body. I don't use any, specific technique. So as I said before, we will create basic rig. So I'm going to set the controller. Just here, select controller that you need, place it somewhere here, and it could be controller of the body. D. Yeah, sorry guys, we have kind of open space in our apartment just because it's one room apartment. So my boyfriend, if you don't know, my boyfriend is sitting in front of me and you can hear him from time to time. So yeah, that's why, and he tried to be very, calm and without any noise, but he completely failed this goal. So yeah, who knows? Maybe you can. No, you didn't see him, but you can hear him. Hey, Angelica, hi. Hi, thanks, dear, for coming. Thanks for being here. Again, sorry for my pronunciation of the name, guys. I just don't want to offend anyone. I try to talk with people using their names because I know that it's very polite and very kind. Okay, let's link body to the body controller, then arms to the body controller. I mean, this, you see, this element. Then we have to change the neck, the neck anchor point as well. So I would say it should be here and link it to the body controller. And I would say that I want to create a new controller for the pelvis. Let's rename it controller, and it will be pelvis. And link this thigh and pelvis layer, of course, to the pelvis controller. Why I created controllers? Because you can link everything to to the current layers. I just can hide everything. For example, all these layers. Yep. And then you will see that I have only several layers, several controllers, which I can use and animate my character. So I also have messages in Instagram that, some people don't like Duik exactly because it creates, tons of layers and it's messy project and it's just unbelievable and people can't work with it. So that's why I create controllers, one layer, and then I can hide all unnecessary layers from my timeline window. And as you can see, I have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers to animate my character. I think it's cool. And don't forget to link body controller, it could be even chest controller, it doesn't matter, to the pelvis. So what we have? We have very strange character. I'm joking. So we have the character with the body, with the legs and with the arms, but unfortunately without head. So we have it. Depending on the animations, sometimes I link IK controllers for the hands to the body controller, just if I, want to rotate it together. Again, depends on your animations, on your plan, on your storyboard, and so on. So, yep. And the last part about head rig. Actually, on this place, I have to say that I have a class on Udemy about full character rig with rotations for the body, for the arms, for the legs. Yeah, even for these guys. And also with rotation of the head. And just because the head parts on Udemy, you can find it, is for free, so I open it just to show my students and potential, buyers my teaching way, my workflow, and how the class looks like. I think it will be fair to share a similar technique here yeah, with you for free. But if you want to deep down, deep, how to go down or deeper in this topic, I invite you to join on my class on Udemy. You can find the link in the description under this stream or other streams or other videos, and ask me anything about the class in my Instagram if you have any questions or doubts. Yeah, enough of self-promotion. And now let's create the rig for the character head. What I want to create, I will create the null object just because I don't have very complex character here, so it's very simple, to be honest. I will create the face controller here, and I will link all face details, as you can see, to this face controller. Let's select everything here, face controller, and move it to, and set the position. I will use 3 keyframes for this position. Okay, for me it's enough, and let's animate them. Yep, let's move it to the left. The first keyframe will be the position to the left. The second will be the position in front of camera, and the third keyframe will be the position, the rotation to the right. So let's set these rotations, these animations according to this scheme, yeah, to this plan. So imagine that the character rotates to the left here, then looks in front in camera, and then to the right. Make sure that you did it, you know, symmetrically, so it shouldn't be like to the right it rotates on this distance, and to the left on this tiny distance. It should be kind of mirrored pose. Yep. Let's see what we have. Okay, great. And now we have to set the face, yeah, the head shape. I mean, for this goal, I have to create the shape layers for the head. Okay, we have it. I have the line here. I will delete it for now, and I need pass. Let's set 3 keyframes for the pass as well. And now we will animate it. Left ears I don't need, and here also we will animate the pass of the head according to this rotation. Yep, but before that, don't forget to change the anchor point. Okay, let's do it. It should be not very complex, and I need the neck to see where it placed. Yeah, where is my head? Here. Okay, let's do it. Select vertices and create the rotation. It should be something like this. I believe it should be something like this. Yeah, not super, you know, not a very extremely high angle. Obviously, it depends on your graphics, depends on your goals. For me, for this tutorial, I think it's enough. Let's do the same for the right position here and the chin. Yeah, it should be something like this, I guess. Oops, not like this, but here. Make sure that the pose is mirrored, yeah, because again, it's very important. Okay, looks nice. And also I'm going to animate the nose, so I would say to create the shape layer, and here I need pass animation as well. Let me explain why. Because our nose also rotates. And here it should be in front of camera, so almost the line, and here it should be rotated to absolutely opposite side, yeah, so it should be here. And if you use past animation, you won't have any issues with the stroke. If you scale it, you will see that the stroke will be somewhere, how to say, somewhere it should be thick, somewhere it should be thin, and it's absolutely unacceptable. Okay, let me check the chat. Hello, so lovely to see you streaming. May I ask you about the FPS? Why 30? Is it universal for motion graphics animations? I love to use 30 if I don't have any specific, requests on the project. I love using 30 just because for me it's how to say, it's easier to count the how to say, the frames, where I should put the keyframes, and at the same time it's not super raw for too smooth animation. As a result we will get, but sometimes we use 25 frames, 24 frames, even 60 frames per second. So again, it depends on the projects. For me, for my personal project, I realized that 30 FPS works very, very fine. So again, always ask your clients about the requests, yeah, about the specification of the projects and what frame rate they use, and especially if you work in a team, because again, if someone use 24 fps and you will use 30, you will see that you have some troubles with timing, especially if you have to create the final video from the parts that other animators created. So yeah, again, very individual, I guess, and again, communicate about it with your teammates. Okay, I think rotation looks not so bad. Maybe something like this. Yep, let's add cool. Let's add the ear that we have, yeah. And also I have to change the layer orders, hide this layer, and add the position keyframes. Set 3 keyframes, and set the ears as you like. So it should be something like this, I believe. Eh. Okay, cool. Very nice. Save it. And the most complex part about hair. Yep. Okay, let's do it one by one. Let's do it not super complex. Again, position. And set it here. And here. Okay, we did it. And now main hair, I mean this hair. It should be better if we create again shapes from vector layers, and I would recommend you to use, where's my effects, here, to use set mate effect, applied to the hair, and use as a mask our head shape here. Okay, cool. And now if you animate the pass, and you will see that it's masked here. Yeah, it just cut based on the head shape, so it's very cool effect. set pause animation. And again, create the illusion of the rotation. I would say that it's kind of illusion, yeah? And something like this. Or maybe like this. So the more carefully you will set these poses, the more smooth animation you will get. And the same for this side, yeah? And for this vertex, yep. Let's clean up the pose. Okay, let's take a look. Almost perfect. I don't love this side here. Yep, pretty cool. I actually don't love this shape here, head shape, I mean this back side, yeah? So I would edit it just a little bit, yeah? Something like this, but what's going on with my hair? No. Yep. And the same for this side. So you see, it's not enough here. Based on the anatomy of the head, we just need to change it. Just tiny changes, but again, it could work, yeah? Okay, let's do it. Let's check the hair. Okay, nice. I think it's pretty cool. Let's save what we have. Okay, cool. And now is the question how to link all this animation to the one controller. And again, I'm going to use Duik for these goals. Let's do it. Actually, we have to, to finish the rig very soon because I feel that my voice just wants to left me, yeah. And yeah, all the time it happens in the end of the stream, but I will finish it. Don't worry about it. Here we have the links and constraints window used in Duik panel, yeah, and we need the connector. Let's press this button, and I'm going to use the slider controller, just because I prepared the animation from the left to the right, and that's all. Also, you can set the animation for the how to say if you want to create the animation for the character to move his head up and down, yeah, so it's also possible. Just to save the time for the stream, not to create it not super long, I think it could be enough to show you the only just left and right slider. But again, on my Udemy you can find the free part about character rig, about head rig actually, where I show how to create all this, rotation for the head, again using Duik. So we need to press this button, create slider controller. Let's find it here. Select the slider and of course change the color because I just can't find it. Yep, we have it. I rename it and it could be head rotation. And make sure that you have the same settings for this slider, so it should be -100 to +100%. You have the type of value, and after that select all animations that you have for the head rotation. So here we have it. Make sure that you don't that you have only that animations that you need for this slider. Okay, cool. And make sure that you have on every layer 3 keyframes. It's very important. If you have somewhere just like this, so you don't have any keyframe here, slider will be working not super correctly. So even if you didn't change anything, if it happens, for example, make sure that you put the keyframe, that you put the third keyframe, I mean. So yeah, it's very, very important. Okay, cool. Select everything and press connects to the properties. And ta-da! We have only one slider to control the head rotation. And yeah, that's why I use Duik actually, and not the joystick and slider, just because I have free tool, one tool for all my needs, and it's just awesome. I'm a huge Duik lover actually. Okay, let's link all layers that we have to link actually. And see the result. Oh wow, very bad very bad decision for the color. So I didn't link the head to the neck. Let's fix it. Find the neck and link it here. Yep. And I have to link hair. I have to link hair, ears. Yeah. And face controller to the head. Where is my head? Yep. Let's check. So now if I rotate it, you will see that everything works fine. And for the head, I also recommend you to create a new controller, just because you can just hide all these layers, and you will see that it's much easier to work with just 10 layers than 100. So it will be controller head. Yep. Place it here. Actually, we can do the same for the neck. Why not? Let's do it. We have to relink some layers, but yeah, I think it will be easier. Neck to the neck controller. Controller, neck. Something like this, and then link head to the neck, neck to the body. Okay, don't forget to link everything. Yep, should be here. Yeah, you see? And now if I, yeah. So the main controller will be our pelvis, yeah? So when you change the position for the pelvis controller, you have to see how the whole body reacts on these changes. And yeah, now we have to hide all unnecessary layers. Let's do it. Even you can block it actually if you don't want to select them, but for me it's enough just to hide it, and even background as well. Change the colors, because I love to change colors, as you can see. And yep, that's all what we have. We finished. Awesome. I think it's great. Okay, let me check the chat. What do you think about it, guys? What do you think about this character Rick with this process? Uh, what do you think about Duik after this stream? Maybe it becomes a bit more clear for you after this stream. Maybe you will see that it's absolutely working tool, and we have not a huge pack of the layers, and now it's, you know, it's possible to work with it. Let me know in the chat. And meanwhile, you're typing your messages. What I want to say. Oh, we spent 1.5 hours for this stream. Very cool, very cool. I expected that we will be rigging it more, just more. I mean. And meanwhile, you're typing your comments. What do you think about this week? I remind you about comments if you watch it as a recorded stream, and even if you're not super lazy, please drop a comments when I just finish this stream, because again, it helps to promote this video to other creators who maybe wants to use Duik, but again, have no idea how to do it. And my explanation maybe will be helpful for them as well. Also, don't forget about my Instagram, because there I share my daily life. Very boring daily life, but yeah, anyway, I still love it. What else? Oh, join on my Patreon. Use the link in the description. Because there my little bro patrons will get the project file from this stream and from other tutorials that I use, that I shared, and also will get the early access to the future videos. And I'm going to share my working process of animating commercial project, and my patrons will see this working process, you know, at first, and I think it's very cool. What else? Again, remind you about my Udemy class about characteristic. Yeah, I have only one class, and yeah, for now. But again, you can find it in the description, and you will see some very cool marks, very cool feedbacks from my students. So I believe that it should be useful. Check in the chat. My favorite part. It's amazing. I love your streams. Oh, thank you so much. You're just so cool. Brazilian too. Yeah. I'm going to look for your Udemy course. It's awesome. Anyway, just let me know if you have any comments, if you have any questions about the class. I'm always open to answer. And you can do it directly on that platform, because there it's awesome to collect all questions about the course in one place for me as a creator, so I can analyze it, I can think about them, and, you know, think how to make my future courses more, how to say, more clear. Yeah, I think, yeah. So, yeah, your approach is really good, and very complex words. Approachable. Approachable. Okay, I will Google this this word. Something new for me as well. Thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for being here. Let me switch to the new scene. My speaking head. My speaking head is finally here. I hope you actually like my new transitions and my new design for our streams. I fixed some issues from the past, from the last actually stream, and now it should look even better than, you know, on the previous stream. I hope you notice it. Yep. So that's all, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming. Use info box to find more useful links. Join my Telegram actually for Russian speakers. There I just speak in Russian, but yeah, if you're Russian speakers, you can join there as well. And see ya, I hope next week, and maybe we will animate together the Jake from Adventure Time finally. I hope so. And it should be very, again, funny and very useful for you and for me as a practice as well. Whoa, I'm tired. And that's all. Bye, guys.